In this game, Piotrek took white and Nyoshi took black, and the game went very, very interestingly. First Joseki, 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 alright, all fine. Pincer looks correct, yes, very big move. White attached, which is a bit hasty. I would rather recommend this move and later an attachment. Now it's difficult for black to counter it. Maybe something like this will follow. But it's difficult for black to start a fight in this fashion, as white's 1-2 exchange helps white a lot. Oh, sorry. Ah, I cannot put a white stone now. Yeah, like this. Like this, white is fine. But if we start immediately, then the fight is not easy for white. Black jumped. I also expected a jump from white. Later, if white is in time to play at A, then the B move will be very, very strong. It's a bit difficult for black to play because white is strong on the other side. So maybe instead of a pincer we can think of another strategy, but this shouldn't be a mistake. And now how should we play? Jump? White jumps. Black plays here. White goes here, black goes here. Maybe just like this. Maybe I am a bit too greedy for black in this area. I should just be satisfied with that box on the right. White played a pincer, and then black goes through, and white should connect, like try to connect. Black goes here, white cannot go there, so white needs to connect. Black goes here, and then white can get the outside. But for no understandable reason, before doing so, white played this exchange. So now it's like in the other variation, but with the AB terrible exchange for white. So this must be good for black. But if it goes like this, then I'm not sure. Of course, it's good to capture cutting stones, but white gets a very nice outside. Maybe better for black to play this fight, not try to finish it by capturing 2 stones and giving away the stone on the other side. Maybe playing like this would be better. Of course, with this exchange, it became good for black. Ah, interesting. I think if I was black, I would go for this. I would not be afraid of the ko, because it seems that black can get really much on the ko. I would ignore every threat. Go like this. White would probably play this threat. And if black answers, then it's probably better to not start the con, because white lost something on the threat, but not that much. And now we don't have threats, and we will be forced. To finishing it. Okay, so good that black captured. So locally, black gets such a powerful shape, and it seems that it must be good for black. But somehow, not much long after, the game became good for white. What happened? First of all, don't play this Hane. You just play here. When white pushes, you're already free to enter white's area, and you are already happy with how much you gained on the side. But the reasoning of black was that this move creates a bit of a problem in white's shape. So black played this, but then white can play Atari, Atari push again. That's really too much. We should play like that. However, well, now white can push already a few times and it already starts being painful. White's potential looks very, very strong, and black's umbrella is not very useful because white has a strong group here. So black tries to change something, but it was easiest to just play here now. And if white just ignores, then we can play here or maybe play elsewhere, go out with the stone. So this pushing fight, I think, was played incorrectly by black, because black's potential was not that useful. Well, now black can finally make profit out of these aggressive moves, and indeed black managed to capture white stones. However, white gets a lot on the outside, and now black can't even save the 2 stones. Even worse, there are no good ladder breakers because white has a strong wall of stones on the way of the ladder. So losing 2 stones in the center of the board might be too much, even if we capture so many stones of white there and not die with our stones. So black wanted to change something and start a fight, but that looks unreasonable and white should certainly go here. However, white decided that this moyo is just enough. Very interesting choice. Maybe yes, but it's still possible to live in the moyo for sure. But white played this move. So it all becomes very, very crazy. However, for now, it's possible to extend. This is always played, and almost always, black will play from this side. And then if you don't want to go into such a fight, because you feel that you lose your potential, then you can go for these 2 Ataris. And this is playable. This is seen in professional games, and then you got 2 stones on the outside and not 1. If you are to sacrifice 1 stone, then sacrifice 2. So this is how the proverb is used in practice. Yeah. Also possible to play here. But I understand that white might be afraid that it lets black enter his moyo. It's not possible for black to go out because then this move puts too much pressure on black. This will be white's center. And well, maybe moyo will be 10 points smaller, but on the bottom side the difference is huge compared with the game. So this was for sure incorrect to give that outside Atari. This is interesting. Now the normal call move would be an Atari from the outside, after which it's easy to play threads because we don't risk that much on the call, because now this stone is not badly placed. Though still it's big for white to win the com, but we can get really much by threats. But playing the outside Atari looks quite crazy, because now black needs to win the call several times. First time, second, and white will very, very happily, eagerly lose it for the use the local threats, right? Because then the white's gain only becomes bigger. But still, black can get really much on the left side, so black should use these threats. It doesn't lose anything, almost anything. Anyway, black will likely try to live there with such moves, and it threatens really a lot. Unless black is afraid that even with 2 moves, she's not able to live. But could it really be? I don't believe so. It's not possible that with 2 moves it's not possible to live. Of course, white gets a lot on the bottom side, but the left side is here of utmost importance. So, in fact, the ko is risky and white should rather extend. But with the ko it becomes confusing, and black uses this threat, which was apparently not so big. It would be bigger to play on the left side probably, though I don't know, because the center is also huge and it's so painful that the 2 stones were dead. But now we still need to spend a move. Probably better to extend. But white gets such a profit and then adds 1 more move, and now the game is just good for white because white has 80 points, almost, okay, maybe not 80, but with here already 80, and then 90, 100, plus a few, plus Komi, 110 very easily, and black has, let's count it like this, 15 minus 13 plus 8, so 45, 15, 16, 75, 82. White has a big advantage, really big advantage. Without entering, we cannot win, but entering right now is already a bit difficult. Also, having that exchange, also this move at C is half center for white. Okay, it's not really center, but still. Now it's already difficult for black to enter. So black lost the opportunity. Now black must have entered. And also it's not obligatory to start the ko. It's possible to enter just like this, because for now there is a lot of space. The group shouldn't die. Really, really, you can trust me. The group like this should not die. Should be not difficult to make life. But after all these exchanges, after that ko, it's already very difficult to make life. And that's why white even answered to that move of black, because, well, white just has a big advantage. And here, very strange to not answer to the peep on a cutting point. It would be better to answer, but I can understand. This is enough for white. The game continued, but white had an advantage. Here white missed a thing. White should have descended and black got a big profit, but even with that big profit, white is a bit ahead, and white found another way. White can cut off the group of black, and actually white managed to kill it, so white won by resignation. But even without that, if white simply continued like this, white still had a slight advantage, even after losing all the side. All right. So be wary of your opponent using their stones in a hyper efficient way, like it happened here. There is such a big empty space, and all of this is so difficult to enter because white is so strong everywhere. This was a very successful moyo by Piotrek. So very nice game to watch, and let's move to the last one for today.